This video intended for educational purposes. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimmingbird and welcome back to Minecraft. This is another Minecraft snapshot here in beautiful 1.7 and we are in the Mesa Bryce rare biome variation if you haven't seen this before. But I've still got a ton of 1.7 stuff to cover, so we're going to go into that. Now, you probably noticed this little menagerie of mob heads and little blocks here behind me. Now this is possible in the older versions of the game, but Mark Watson, who's Mojang's customer support, thought it would be really cool for Mojang to set up a bunch of accounts that we could use with consistent skins. So now you can use this little syntax here to get 397, which is the Steve skull, and you can do skull owner and change it to MHF underscore and then whatever, Steve, chicken, cow, golem. Here's a whole list on the side here of all the ones you can do. And as you can see, there's a bunch of different ones, not just normal mobs in the game, but we also have like a pumpkin block, a cactus, TNT, oakwood, herobrine, a chest, melon, and then there's these little arrows here that are pretty cool, and the question mark and exclamation mark. So these are going to be really useful for map makers, but also anyone who wants to just spice up their, builds with little mini mob heads and blocks and stuff. They're pretty cool. So they really complement the existing ones. And there's even a Steve one. That way, if someone changes the texture pack, you consistently can have a Steve head and not have it change with the texture pack. So that's really cool. So thanks for doing that, Mark. You're awesome. Some of the other things I wanted to show here. I didn't show all the flowers in the flower pots, which are really awesome. And also, I failed to mention that dandelion, sorry, will now move. They'll be a bit staggered on the grass like you would normally see. So I can grab one of these and kind of show you how grass normally is like offset. If I was to plant a bunch of these dandelions, you see how they're not all perfectly aligned. It makes them look a little bit more natural and cool. Over here, this was possible before using different MC Edit magic and stuff, but now you can do it in vanilla, and if I flip this switch, generates this little half-completed house. I haven't completely gotten how doors work in this. It's hard to generate them, but I have command blocks under here that are actually set up, and you have to have a bunch of them in a row, and each one is generating, like, that's the one for the door, but here's one for a normal oak block. It will summon the falling sand entity up 3 above where it is over here, and then tile ID 5 is for the wood, and you can set like a timer and stuff on it. But basically you can use this little syntax to summon in falling sand blocks that will turn into any block that you want. And I used wood to try to make a little house here, but you can do more complicated stuff than that. This is something that Jeb and Dinnerbone were talking about, making a more useful place command to do, so that's going to be really cool. It's almost like in Dragon Ball, you could throw like a little capsule down and have a house or something pop up out of nowhere, so that's pretty awesome. That was always like a dream of mine as a kid to, to be able to be like, bam, there's a house. Anyways, so that's really cool. One last thing here I wanted to mention. So this is a summon Enderdragon command. It's going to summon an Enderdragon over near here, but heal F makes it have 0 health, so I can't leave this on very long or this is going to lag like crazy, but check this out. And, okay, that's probably good. I've summoned a ton of Enderdragons using this little repeater thing, and they're all going to come in and they have 0 health, so they're going to all blow up, and look at all this experience. Whoa, my frame rate's dipping down a little bit. We're down to like 60 from however 120 or something, and then there's all this experience. I don't want to get too much of it or it's going to do like an epileptic fit here with how many green and yellow colors will flash on the screen. But anyways, I just thought it was really cool to summon a bunch of mobs with 0 health, like especially that one because the Enderdragon makes a crazy light show. If I made it like time set night, this would probably be even cooler. So let's check this out. I'll let it get a little darker. But meanwhile, let's look how beautiful this biome is. The Enderdragon also goes all the way down to ground, like it cuts through all this clay when it makes the little portal. So it's kind of funny when it dies there. I had it cutting through like all over the place, so I had to like set it down to one area. So leave a like if you enjoyed this, guys. I hope you guys are having fun in 1.7, and I'm gonna finish out here. Oh, I set time lock, so we gotta turn that off. That's why the sun's not moving. So let's turn that game rule does daylight cycle to true. There we go. Now the sun's gonna go down. It's gonna get a bit darker, and we're gonna end with a bunch of exploding mobs. So yeah, go check out the really cool mob heads here. They're all going to look like Steve heads when you look at them in the inventory, but these are all the different names here. MHF, Arrow Right, all this stuff. Those are really cool, and let's finish up with a bunch of dragons going into the night sky. Alright, that's probably way too many. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and look at that beautiful explosion behind me. Whoa! Goodbye.